Episode 11. Here we are. Episode 11 of Off and Beat. This is your host, Clint. I'm just actually trying to catch my breath. It is 5:53 in the morning. This is my last video I'm recording tonight. Okay, so let's get to it. What lesson was the dad trying to teach his son by shooting a rubber band on the concrete? What was the lesson the dad was trying to teach his son by slinging the rubber band to the concrete? This joke is going to be tiresome, but the lesson is simply, son, in life, the rubber will meet the road. And on that note, I'm going to keep this one brief, as I say of all my rants that don't end up being brief. But like my underwear, I want to keep this one brief. Okay. I remember in 6th grade, I went to Autry Middle School. The same fucking saying every fucking morning at the end of the morning announcements when they would say, after they would say the lunch, the best part of the whole fucking day was the announcements of lunch. Today, we're going to have chicken nuggets and rice pilaf and a fruit cup and any choice of milk, juice, green beans. And if you don't have any fucking money, here's this dry ass peanut butter sandwich. But when they said at the end, it always stuck with me. It annoyed me as hell. But when I got older, you start to realize how many people don't take account of their own choices. The slogan was, and remember kids, the choice is yours. Not really groundbreaking slogan. It's pretty standard basic. What you realize is these standard basic slogans, when you get older, it seems people do not really take ownership of their choices. Not everything, but a lot of people always blame a secondary reason of their choice. They may acknowledge like, yeah, the choice wasn't great, but at the same time, because I was in a really weird finance places and we were still working out, and it was actually easier to save money by living with this person, even though I knew I didn't want to live with them to begin with. I knew they weren't responsible, but I didn't really have a better option. Yes, you did. You had a better option, but you made the easier choice at the time, even though it ended up causing you probably a bit stress and finance, but you made the easier choice. But the key word in there is choice. 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 It sounds like I'm overbearing. It sounds like I'm just repeating choice and choice and choice. But the reality is, you can repeat the same thing to someone in the face 100 times. They will still say that things that involved their own personal choice was not a choice, and it was circumstances. And yes, circumstances can make things difficult to make certain choices, because you may not know which one's the right choice, but you know which one will cause the least amount of change immediately. complacency, for example. You have a choice to quit your job if you're unhappy. But you like the income and even though you're severely unhappy, you want to quit that day because every day you're there, it makes you a person you do not like. But you like blah 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 entering your bank account every month. And to search for a job is a pain in the ass. Search for a job that may pay what you already get paid as of right now. It is hard. It's a pain in the ass. It's inconvenient. You gotta fill out applications. You gotta look. You gotta learn to maybe do something different. You may have to learn to do something you don't like to do for the time being. But that's a choice if you want to not make that move. That's a choice. Choice. Like, I have a choice to be wearing pants right now. But I'm not. I have a choice to have changed this shirt over the last 3 or 4 vids. But I didn't. Because I made that choice. I have a choice to be up till 6 a.m. making this vid because of my work schedule, because of my sacrifice. But you know what? I did. And that was a choice. A fucking choice. You go out to Chili's, right? You go out to Chili's. Some guy on Tinder you match with, we'll just keep it simple. Some guy on Tinder you match with says, hey, tomorrow night, let's go to Chili's. You don't know the guy. You know Chili's is like a fucking statement. This guy didn't ask you to go to Cheesecake Factory. This guy didn't ask you to go to Longhorn. This guy didn't ask you to go to the Benihana. He didn't ask you to go to Hibachi. This man is taking you to Chili's. You could say, getting a little wet because that's a bold ass move. That's bold. But you know if you go, it may set the wrong precedent that you're easily impressed. That you think just because you invite me to Chili's, you think I'm gonna fuck you? Well, I just might. And that's a choice you'll have to make. Because you know if you go to that Chili's dinner, you are gonna fuck him. Now, you cannot go turn down the free dinner, this extravagant, exquisite dinner dining experience. You can make that choice, and you may lose today, but he will respect you more and say, let's take it slow. Because, I mean, if you go to Chili's, you might as well just jump in the Pacific Ocean and try to fix the oil rigs the BP spilled, because, damn, you're just trying to fucking go for it. But maybe you want to make the leap because maybe what if you don't want to miss out? See, these are choices we have to live with. Sometimes it's okay to make the wrong choice. And it's okay to acknowledge you made the wrong choice. Just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge that you made a choice knowing the ramifications and you made it anyways. Choice. You hate your mom? Choice. Your dog died because you went on vacation for a week and you forgot to leave it a refillable bowl of food and water and died of dehydration and hunger, and you locked out the door so it couldn't even and people outside here because you put sound barriers around there because you wanted your privacy in general. Choice. You wanted to buy a house before you could actually afford it, but because someone approved your credit score, even though you know deep down in 2 years you're going to be struggling and you're attached for 20, 30 years on that bitch. Because you're tired of renting. And you want to feel like you're grown up. You want to feel like your friends. You're 32. And you want to buy before you didn't even want to buy. Because you like traveling. You like the freedom. You don't want to be hunkered down. But you know what you did? You bought the house. That was a fucking choice. You hypothetically come over to my place. You come over to my place. You forget to bring your toothbrush, okay? You spend the night. You brush your teeth, and you know what you do? You use my toothbrush. I'm not germ free. It's fine. You even use my toothpaste. But you didn't read the ingredients. You didn't read that you were allergic to whitening toothpaste. You didn't know that. And you didn't know I had mouth herpes. You didn't know that. So you got herpes and had an allergic reaction. Because you know why? Because you didn't ask. You didn't ask if I had herpes, so I didn't tell you. I'm not accountable for that. And you didn't bring your toothbrush because you didn't prepare. You didn't read the ingredients on the toothpaste bottle. You know why? Choice. Everything in life is a choice. Anyone that tells you different has never been to Chili's. Poem time. This one doesn't really need an introduction. I'll just say the title. I know I'm a little late to all this, but I literally just started this recently. But trust me, this was written the day all this shit was happening. This one was called Derrick Jaxn. Team Jaxn, what's happening? Well, it seems a lot right now. I got a few bones to pick with you for the relationships you killed of mine. You want to not value your wife? Fine. Or your family, as a matter of fact. She took your kids and moved to Kansas with her parents to get away from your ass. Boy. But you given reinforcement to women to give in their impulsive emotion at every turn. But now you want to control those to control your image by aborting a woman you birthed. A man should step up to the plate. I agree. Anything less, you deserve a better man. That's some shit you would say, right? But you didn't step up to the plate when your wife left, right? I'm not going to sit here and nitpick past vids to clown you for what you said. You blaming God for your improprieties say more than enough where your biggest offenders can't even comprehend. All those big ass shoulders, but can't even carry the accountability on them. Spreading word about how men are deceptive and trash. You just place your projection of yourself on every one of us. And like Jimmy Neutron, we about to put you on blast. See, this ain't cute no more. Can't manipulate people's minds like a child. Us dudes saw it all along. And you hit up some old chicks in desperation. Like the rest of us. But you really different than us, right? I guess that seems to be what's happening. Team Jaxn. And that is episode 11 of Off and Beat. Signing off as Beaten Off. And I want to leave as a reminder that you deserve nothing more than what you're getting in life.